Title of story: Encounter with a Wakwak in Philippine Folklore. This happened to me in February 1976. At about 9 o'clock that evening, I took a walk. Suddenly, I heard the sound of a wakwak. Since I was beginning to feel afraid, I shouted, "Come here, let's make love." It was only to boost my morale. Each time the wakwak created a sound, I shouted back. Later, however, after having shouted several times and as I was becoming more afraid, the wakwak hovered about me. It was black and it resembled a kabak bat, but was bigger than the latter. It seized me and we wrestled, but I noticed that it was not bat-like anymore. It was now a woman I was grappling with, and the creature was slippery. It had long hair. I knew very well it was wakwak because I kept hearing the sound wak 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 wak. The wakwak was always over me. We rolled over and over until we reached a Iogan quagmire. I shouted for help because I felt as if I were going to die. I had a good physique and I was strong enough, but I could not beat my adversary. The female wakwak seemed young and it had sharp, long nails. In fact, the fingernail marks were visible the following morning. I kept shouting for help as we wallowed in the mud. But there was not a single house nearby, so we continued to fight. Had I not been aided on time, I could have been choked to death. When help came, the wakwak disappeared. I was muddy all over. I suffered from bruises and other physical injuries. I learned that several persons had died in the very same place where the wakwak and I had fought. In fact, my uncle died on the same spot several years before. I was not drunk when the incident happened. In fact, I was starting to look for tuba native wine extracted from coconut. I would be dead now if I had been drunk. End of story. Motifs: witch in form of a bat, witch with very long hair. Witches have extraordinary bodily strength. Witch's body is slippery, which makes wak 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 sound, hence, which is also called wakwak. Fighting and wrestling with witch. Asterisk Clare Zarit Manalo. KLIBO Supernaturalism. pp. 97-98. Narrated by Burning, 27, a tricycle driver. April 8, 1976. Let's go to the second story.
Title of this second story: A Swang as a Bird or Chicken. This happened when I was in grade 3.
We were on our way home from school when I saw a female swan. First, she kept on going around the bungsod anthill.
Then, nagtinuad tuad imasa bungsod, she kept on crouching with head downward and buttocks upward on the anthill. Her dress began to spread apart, and my two cousins and I clearly saw that wings resembling those of a chicken were growing on her killed sides. The three of us watched her closely.
The wings continued to expand, and she also continued to crouch with head downward and buttocks upward.
She was now ready to fly. Her hair stood on end nagtindi rabuhek. It was a horrible sight. We ran as fast as we could because we were afraid that she would fly and snatch us away. End of story. Motifs: witch transforms herself into an animal bird. Clare Zarit Manalo. Calibo Supernaturalism. pp. 100. As seen by Beverly Machatina, 22, college student, when she was grade 3 pupil. Narrated on December 5th, 1980. Thanks for watching and hearing these stories. Like, share, and subscribe. See you on our next vlog.